Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to Ukraine Update here with the Shills, where we got a special guest. It's not just Starsky, it's Mercado Media as well. But we have to post a question to y'all before we get going here. What do you get if you take Lukashenko, Kim Jong-un, and Vladimir Putin, cover them in cooking oil, and slam them in a room to get slap happy with each other? Well, we might find out soon, as they're currently planning their little love affair getaway. So, before we get all crazy and into nuts itself, let's cue the music and turn it over to the boys.
Yeah. Hello, fellow babies. So, looking at Kim Jong-un, Kim Chen, yeah, Kim whatever. I realized that obviously he already forgot how his winner looks like, because he has this, this mirror disease, we call it in Ukraine, because it's like when you need a mirror to see your, that's why he went to Moscow basically, and now it makes sense. He went to Moscow to see.
You needed Putin to make sure everything was all right under there.
Because the cog that he saw in Moscow obviously works as a Russian president.
Absolutely.
We all know that Putin is Huilo.
And then during that process, Kadyrov caught something in his eye because he was just kind of watching, and he was like, whoa, and then caught something, and now he ended up in a coma, apparently. So just very, very interesting news is happening. I mean, not only that, but the Russians are getting absolutely destroyed on the front lines.
Yeah. And all Ukrainians are wishing Kadyrov to get better and finally die. As for the front lines, we have good news from Andriivka, where Russians were given a chance to surrender, and those who refused to do so were completely eliminated by the Ukrainian defenders. All the retreating troops of orcs were also eliminated and hunted and killed, because this is what you do to the enemy who has zero respect, zero honor. And I hope that we will see more of that in Klishivka as well.
And then I heard something very unique was happening in the Black Sea near Crimea. What happened there?
So apparently another Russian warship screwed itself because according to the reports of the security service of Ukraine, the legendary force that we have here, they used experimental drone called Morskiy Malyuk, which translates as seaborn kid. Let's call it this way. Another Russian ship was toasted. Unfortunately, it didn't, drown, but it's been completely immobilized, and it makes it 21st Russian ship lost to Ukraine, to a country that doesn't have a naval force whatsoever, and it's not even a major naval country. It's not even a major NATO naval country.
Just taking Russian ships out.
Yeah.
Insanity. Are those drones? Do they have FPV on them too?
It's a good question. I think that we will learn more about it after the war, because it's our super people from the security service of Ukraine don't explain those kind of secrets. But I think they could.
Possible. What I did experience today was the known FPV drone that Ukraine's been using, their own brand, developed here in Ukraine. Oh my goodness! Like I got to have the goggles on today. I didn't know flying because you need a license and you got to be certified for this thing. I didn't want to fly anyways because, oh my God! And he had it. The soldier had it in his hand with the camera, and all he did was go woo, and I was getting sick. Like I was getting dizzy because it's real time. There's no lag, so like you're seeing it all. It's very high. Like the frame rate's really, really high too in there. So it's like the image is very, very sharp and very, very precise. And he was doing spins with it. But this is what they do with how they fly these things, and they go and he flew it for me too before we had put it on, and he's doing zigzags in the air and making it go, and he has it in his eyes, and he's just sitting there just fine. And I couldn't even handle him going like this. I was getting very, 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 very sick. But that just shows you the extra training that goes into it. It's not like, I'm good at video games, so I'm going to be good at flying this drone too. Oh my goodness, no. You got to go through probably motion sickness training or something.
Well, I've heard from. I've heard from somebody that if you play things like flight simulators and shit, then you gotta have your God damn it, I miss words. How do you call this thing that
equilibrium. Yeah,
they told us that you gotta have it as good as in pilots, like in real life pilots. So you gotta be actually better than other people at flying things. If you know what I mean. I completely forgot English language because
it's okay.
Because my body left Ukraine for several months, and I had no chance to practice here. Anyway,
Sam's like,
and I also went to Donbass anyway. So
the only words he needs to know around Sam is yes, thank you, and I love you.
Mostly thank you, of course. And where's my shorts?
That's funny. My system over here is flipping out, saying I'm dropping frames, sending to YouTube. I think, like yesterday, I had a power outage. We missed streams entirely, and we've got construction in my neighborhood, and it might very well be that they're like screwing around and affecting the network right now. So we'll just hope it holds together here. Holy shit, man. It's always something, I tell you. We probably have a couple of shout outs we could do. So let's go to Dunk and then we'll go right over to Dave. Lots of D's. And we'll get the viewers in for a few things here too.
Damn, I'm still chewing my bloody pizza.
Well, I thought I gave you enough time.
All right. Okay, cats. Sent in five quid. 2 awesome Andrews. Oh, yeah, that as well. Are they on? Holmes said, the Still Apprentice said, fascinating. I wonder about the gaming and drones. And you heard it from Mikado himself. We also had a few gifted memberships come in from Aussie T.
Hey.
Surprise.
Everyone knows that.
So those went to, let me guess, Andreas Lach, Angie, Marshall Jones, Jeannie to Blank, and Hammer 225. Sorry, this pizza's coming back to me. And we also have Christopher Huff, Charles Fournier, Larry Reynolds, Bet, and it wasn't me. It was you. You got gifted. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to burp now.
Okay, over to Dave. We'll get the viewers in for a few, and I'm going to see if I can't fix this because it's actually getting worse as we go here. So let's see what I can do.
So the good news is, Dick, though, is the audio is really good. I just listened, and if people are listening, it's great.
Okay, good enough then. Yeah, at least it's not cutting out.
Audio is king. They don't need to see our faces.
Yes, the audio is fantastic. It's just the words coming out of our mouths.
No change there. There was a question last week from Richie Mack, member for 1 month, and that was now a member for 1 month and a week. Dick Dawson, next Saturday, aka today, with Starsky, could you highlight how you contacted him and ask him to be a guest host on your weekly show? Just to remind people, we do have more than just the weekly Ukraine update. We do lots of other things here too, like the 42 show update, and we go through the news and stuff like that.
Indeed.
But I'll leave that one with you, Dick.
Yeah, just after Starsky really started, coming across on YouTube, doing updates from Ukraine, being a man on the scene, M2M reached out to him, and we had him over for a show. And after that show, we were like, well, we got to keep doing that. And here we are now, like a year and a half later, hanging out weekly. And if you're a regular around here, you'll know. We have transitioned slowly from being Ukraine news to Ukraine news in the beginning, and then just a bunch of people screwing around, having fun for the most part. But it's
that was a complete lie. No, we've always been people that are screwed around. This is the core fundamental basis of the show. We've just had Starsky actually bring some quality to the channel, hence the tripling of subscribers that we received. It wasn't us, was it? Let's be honest.
It's that smooth head. Everybody just wants to see that smooth head.
I tell you what.
And the one on top of his shoulders.
I will show you something.
Okay.
I thought he was going to show us his bum then. You want to see something smooth? Look at this.
Yeah, I think he's about to do a sponsorship part for that
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the phrase. That's where the phrase comes from. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Sorry.
Directly from the United States of America, this beautiful drink of gods called Mountain Dew arrived to Kiev. I tried it like for the first time in my life. I'm 38, whatever. And oh my God, it tastes like heaven.
There will be a full video posted of the journey of this 12-pack of Mountain Dew from the store shelves of the Target in my local hometown.
Cool.
All here. So, and I took a video reaction of his first sip of Mountain Dew as well.
You do realize It is made from the tears of illegal immigrants.
Mexican.
When he pulled out the Mountain Dew, anybody else here, this is a YouTube thing, think to themselves, hell yeah, brother.
Is the recipe different depending on where it's made in the world?
Obviously.
He's all hyped up on Mountain Dew now.
No, it's really good. It's like we have our local drink here. It's called Живчик, and it's too, let's say, not like sour, but whatever. But it reminds of this thing, and I actually like it very much. Oh, I know. When I was in Georgia, they have local drink called tarhun, and it's something similar to that. It's very, very good.
Ah, I find vodka goes good in Mountain Dew. It's just a thought,
It does. Vodka Mountain Dews are a thing in the U.S.
They're very good.
They are.
Oh.
You can put some, after the victory, put some vodka in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to be fair, vodka goes in anything.
I was going to say that.
It goes into my wife really well.
Speaking of that, I actually had some real Ukrainian vodka last night and the night before, and it the burning lingers longer than I'm used to. I'm like, okay, it's still there. 5 minutes goes by. It's hitting my chest.
As long as it's not, when you're taking a pee later, it's not burning. Then then you got problems.
Yeah, that's right. I'd rather have it burn here than down there.
Did you try one with pepper?
I don't think so. You're probably gonna have to show me. I'll try it.
Vodka with pepper and meat. Pepper and honey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in. I'll try that. I'll give a review.
I'll tell you what, now that he's tried Mountain Dew, he's got to try Iron Brew as well. Me and Dunk have to deliver it by hand.
Oh, Sam apparently knows about that. She lit up immediately as soon as you said
yes, because she's cultured. This is why she brings a degree of quality to the programming. Hey Sam, by the way, I don't think we've explained, have we? Yeah, she helps out in the live chat.
Well, I have no idea what's going on over here. I think it's a YouTube issue because I just ran my speed test and I have hundreds of megabits, whatever, per second up and thousands down. Like I have fiber to the home and I'm only streaming at like 5,500 kilobits a second. It makes no sense. So there's nothing I can do. We just have to run with it.
Yeah, people can just close their eyes and just hear our voices. You
Yeah.
know, just picture us. You know?
I'm inside your brain.
just use the stream like a Disney story from a book, and it's picture book now, right? With audio. You put the cassette in, yeah, away you go, right? Imagine we sent you a little teddy bear and it came with a book and a little cassette player and
Dick, I seen that you guys started your very own NAFO fundraiser for a truck.
Yeah, well, we haven't started our own yet. We thought we'd have it done by now. So what I've done is I've just sent money that comes in over to a fund that's already up. But I didn't have the time to fully set it up properly yet. But this week we'll have our own proper one going. But it still is being sent to where it needs to go. It's just,
Hurry that process. I'll hurry that process up for you. I'll talk to them.
I was going to talk to you about that actually as well, because the school season just started and I homeschool my son who's on the autism spectrum and stuff. And I'm just not finding a lot of time right now.
Well, we still got that fundraiser on the Shills trying to raise money for that ex-NASA truck.
That's right.
How much is that going for now?
That is $700 trillion. It's a NASA truck from the 90s and it's got like CRT screens and old 480p cameras. Now, we have already raised about $7 billion, but as you can see, we need your help. It's a running gag we've been doing where the total goes up every time, and it's now just ridiculous. It started at like 18,000.
that would be badass, Dick, though, because these convoys they're getting more and more. Like we're having a New York Times journalist come with us because we're actually going further east tomorrow.
Cool.
We're delivering because we delivered 16 vehicles in this convoy to Kyiv, and then 5 of these, including one from mine and Alex, who's out right now. He might pop in at some point.
Cool.
You know how the Brits go. They just wander, and then they find their way home.
Watch it.
I'm hoping he's not just bumming a lift off you, but he's actually writing about you in the columns.
But 5 more of the trucks we're taking to Kramatorsk and going to be delivering them there. So
cool.
And drones as well.
Awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we want to get in on that for sure, just because it's cool and all, right? People seem to enjoy it. And what we're doing now.
Plus a Shills patch would be awesome, bro. Like we need a Shills patch.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that's pushing it forwards, right? So yeah, we'll have to have that done up.
I'll be on it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've got the Mr. Emmy Award over here with visuals that can do up something worthy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like mentioning it.
No, but I do.
Shush.
Yeah. Dick, can I just link to what you just said as well about drones? There was one from Michelle Ferguson last week that said, what exactly is a drone gun? Brandon had one on one of his posts.
CUAS gun.
Yeah, it's so it's a rifle that instead of bullets, it shoots like
radiation waves or
yeah. So the main point is to suppress the signal, to disrupt the signal between the drone and the operator. And usually it's used to suppress the signal between the operator and the drone, or the drone and GPS.
It looks like a weapon from Starship Troopers.
Cool.
It's intense. They even put an ACOG sight on there too, and make it look even crazier.
Yeah.
It's intense.
I'd love to see that.
We're in the future. All right, Terminator 2. We're in there.
Yeah.
We've definitely.
my guys
Okay.
protecting the sky over Kiev. They have like those laser pointers or laser sights attached to their rifles as well. They look completely badass. But yeah, it's like the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
We've definitely mentioned before on the stream multiple occasions. This is essentially like a proxy war for the West to test their new weapons. Is that fair to say?
I don't think so.
No, because a lot of these equipment is being developed here in Ukraine. Like these new drones, these FPV drones, they're Ukrainian. Like we have nothing. And actually, like I spoke with the special forces of Ukraine, and they are so knowledgeable in this to where they're teaching us, like the U.S. and the UK, how to do this. Because we still have old ways of forward observing or looking at the way of the land, whereas Ukraine's been in the sky. Now they're not only but now they have the FPV drones to where they're flying and seeing everything, and it's just they're teaching us now the way of this warfare, because it's Ukraine's experiencing this, and no one else has experienced this level of warfare that Ukraine has in terms of trenches. So World War I.
Interesting.
Futuristic warfare with drones. You know what I mean? So no,
I would say that. I would say that West tests its weaponry here in Ukraine only if there are like F-35s flying around and things like that, because a lot of vehicles and tanks that we have here, they were tested like many years ago already.
Right.
The Patriot systems, even though they're very nice, but they were tested like in Vietnam or something.
They're old now at this point.
Yeah, they're old.
They're Cold War era weapons. Yeah. We're not giving Ukraine, as sad as it is, and I wish we were, we're not giving Ukraine our new stuff. Like, we have things that it's insane what we have right now. F-35s, Abrams X, like the new Abrams that we have is insane. You know, the Apache gun.
Fair point. Yeah.
You know, we have things that aren't even here.
Yeah, but at the same time, even these like old tank or old like APC or infantry fighting vehicle that we receive from our partners is still like 10 times better than Russian shit.
Well, it's not quite as old as this.
Yeah, it's like two things are true at the same time. Well, they're old equipment from Cold War, but they're still better than what the Russians have.
Yeah. Like even now, we have advantage in let's say range and precision in terms of artillery, even though the artillery that we have now is like it's not too let's say too new or something. Even HIMARS systems, they are not like produced like 2 years ago.
No, they're old now. Everything's older that's coming in.
Oh, there's an interesting point that's just been made in the chat. Sorry, Dick, if you want to jump to supers, then just interrupt me. There was a point there from Olms who said, I believe Abrams is making an electric tank. Now, my first thoughts is that that's a bad idea, because if you have to recharge the thing, it's not as easy as just pouring petrol or diesel into it.
But if you sneakingly put like a cross on it to make it look like a hospital tank while you're charging, maybe they just will leave you alone. Like, that's what? Now, a small reconnaissance electric vehicle that has all the torque to move and groove and be really fast and just zoom around and then come back to base and recharge, would there be any value there even? Like, it just all sounds like.
I haven't heard of this tank. I haven't heard of I don't think that would be a thing for electric military vehicles.
It sounds like you're fluffing your own feathers like a rooster. You know, look at me. It's just PR nonsense, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Well, I heard about the drones, the wheeled drones that we already use at the front lines, and they're used mostly to evacuate the wounded and sometimes to deliver ammunition. And I made a video about those drones in like 2018. At an exhibition here in Kyiv, and then looking at those drones, I had zero idea that sometimes we will see all of them being used, like for real.
I did want to ask, I've seen people focus on the weight carrying capability of drones for munitions, explosives, and so on, right? But doesn't that also hold true for like extra battery payload for reconnaissance and whatnot? And like that weight carrying capability is equally important in other areas, isn't it?
It is, but the thing is, though, the way Ukraine's developing these drones and the battery, it's the whole system, like the battery too. So, like, I held it in my hand, and it doesn't weigh anything. Like, it's like very, very, like I could probably balance it on one finger, the whole drone, and hold it like this with the battery pack and all for how lightweight this thing is.
Wow.
Like, yes. I think probably the controller would weigh more than the drone itself.
That's impressive.
Yes.
And
they're not expensive either, because like the DJI drones, as good as they are, I want to say that I don't know if these FPV drones, they can do night vision or thermal, some of them, can't they?
Let's say it's not the case. Why? Because thermal vision cameras, they cost a lot.
That's what adds to the price. Yeah. But these are very cost effective. They're like $700, $700 US, which is way cheaper than the DJI drones, which are like 2,500.
Yeah.
But I mean, which isn't still too terrible when you're thinking like the US, we use Predator drones and like millions upon millions of dollars worth of drones in the sky, that we use that have payloads. Even the DJI is cost effective, but this is even more cost effective. And we're actually going to be able to do a fundraiser for that, which you guys will be able to see soon. That we teamed up today with Archer Ray and Johnny FD and myself. We were with the military today, and we did a promo to be able to fundraise for more of these drones.
Cool.
Badass. And they can kill tanks. They've killed T-72s with these things. Like, I literally held a drone, and this thing is capable of taking out a T-72. It's insane.
That's impressive,
yes.
Man. Wow.
Yes. So I'm going to go hard on those drones as well as these trucks as soon as I get home.
Awesome. Yeah, that has to be good. We've got to get to Dunk if he's finished chewing pizza. So now that I've said his name, I'll babble for a minute and give him a chance to be ready and all, because we got a bunch of shout outs we can get caught up on here.
It's all chewed. It's just digesting now. So the other odd noises coming from me. So we'll wait and see. But until then, we do have a whole bunch of super chats and stuff, so I am now scrolling up to try and find. Okay, we have Raven said for 20 Canadian dollars, I need Mercado to give me a private lesson on how to drive stick, please.
He taught me yesterday because I don't know how, so we have a video of that coming too. He taught me in the NAFO truck, my first ever lesson on a manual.
You Americans, it's so easy. Yvonne Way is for 5 Swiss francs. Nearly got it out. Video game controllers poses triumphantly in between the words critical hit. Martin Lefebvre. How do you say that? Martin Lefebvre. $5 Canadian. It says, let's celebrate the Russian fleet being destroyed and play 12 butchers from Black Angler. Slava Ukraine. Cat says nothing. Just what's that? At BME. Sally. Sorry, I'm trying to read this and it's all over the place. Sally Luz was a member for 1 month. Says there are many different formulations of Mountain Dew. Andrew took the original. I like the Baja Blast version.
What I'll do next time is I'll bring him another flavor of Mountain Dew. Since I gave him the original, he's tried it, and then until Ukraine can actually have Mountain Dew here and get it in here, I'll bring him a new flavor, and I'll ask him. I'll give him a choice, and he can choose which one.
Is it just a different mountain?
Yeah. Whatever he's interested. Yeah, we'll give him a different mountain every trip.
But don't drink it much anymore. It's LDT. It's allowed in EU because of chemicals.
They don't
Oh,
allow-
I don't think it's allowed in the EU.
Guys,
see, this is what
guys.
happens when people write super chats. They either squeeze all the words in, they run out of characters and have to try and edit it. So
Here in Ukraine, we live next to Chernobyl power
I'm about to
plant
say,
for like 30-something years already. I mean,
Yeah.
Chernobyl is just up north, okay? Up the road.
Why
next to the Coca-Cola bottling plant.
Yeah, why do you think Starsky has his head shaved? Because he stands in the corner in the evening and provides light for the rest of the barracks.
So Yahweh, at the Shills, can you ask these two when they are going to do their gaming team up and all in Starsky's basement?
Man, I mean, I'm here until the 9th. So I mean, when I get back from Krematorsk, on a weekend I can go over there. We can do a gaming stream or something.
absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, do some Starfield and do some
Starfield,
Yeah, play
absolutely.
and do some commentary. Yeah, that'd be a great time.
Kim Jones says whiskey and ice cubes.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Ed Mirth says made in Scotland from Gunners. Talking about Iron Brew there. Yuri Bench sends in 69.90 shekels. Slavy Ukraine. Hey MJs, member for 12 months, member for 2 months. Sorry, says hey Sam. Mr. 42 is a new member. YouTube is being a dick. Oh, there's nothing new there. And Yuri Bench says another 69.90 shekels. Slava Ukraine. I think that's a repeat, but never mind. Do it twice. It sounded so good. Dr. Katona Cornelia, what a great name, has sent in a donation of $27. And Len Staffinian sent you 30 Canadian dollars too. A note from Lynn says,
Or that's a soda.
and for the Boom Boom Fund from Linda H, glory to Ukraine, $32. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and God's sake, this is rolling. From Little Dickens 2 for the Boom Boom Fund, Orcs Must Die. And Linda Hayes for the NAFO truck. Linda H, love to all. Well, we're still working on that NASA truck, so we'll get to the NAFO truck. And RF Lives in Virtual Reality and Total 6. So satisfied to see more reefs. Get Merck to buy you McDonald's. Love to all AFU. That's from Raven 7. And God, trying to get through these. John Poultier sends $5. Super buzzy stream from the 2 Andrews and 3 Ds. Thank you, guys. This is great. Yahweh sends another $5. Starsky, could you please buy a wallet chain for Mikado so he doesn't need special forces soldiers to return it to him in the future? Yeah, you're losing your wallet.
When we were handing out the truck yesterday, a sniper who actually I got to fire his rifle today at the range.
Cool.
Which I could feel it. And this rifle's been used and it's taken Russians out. Can I show a patch really quick?
Yeah.
Really quick. Starsky might like this.
Oh, you get that. I was just quickly do this one.
He
Jack,
had a pile of patches of individuals who he's terminated, and a lot of them were from this specific organization. So I want to do my Prigozhin impersonation. Ready? All right. So that guy who gave me that patch, who obviously that person who wore that's no longer here, he found my wallet for me because I had lost it, and I was like, "Oh my God, wow!" He's like, "Oh wow, great."
I hear that Bootler is actually going to start a new airline called Prigozhin, and it's that one flight where you really don't care if you get there.
You might start, but you might not finish. Oh my God.
Too funny. Let's see here. So we got about 20 minutes. We're doing the 1 hour show today. The boys have a very early AM and lots to do. I mean, it's not like they're actually just sitting around drinking Mountain Dew and vodka. Come on now.
Let me go get a Mountain Dew.
So let's see here. We should get over to Dave and get the viewers in for a few things as Mercado seems to destroy the place in the background.
You know what? On your way back, Mikado, could you just drop off that mini fridge to Dick? We've been trying to get one. It's been added to the list of things we need to get, as well as this this van that we've been fundraising for. How much have we got now, Dick, for that? Is that
there's $1.3 trillion in the fund, so thank you all for your donations during the stream. But we do have to get to $900 trillion, so we still have a ways to go.
And we're going to get some new mats for it as well, haven't we?
Oh, okay, so that's $1,100 trillion. Mats aren't cheap for a van like that, you know.
Save us quick. Starsky, can you recommend a good sushi restaurant in Kyiv?
Of course,
of course.
Yeah.
Box.
I can. If this was a question, I can.
They have a Facebook page in it too.
Actually, yeah. Actually, they have like a Facebook page. I'm not sure if they
free
have
promo.
it,
Free promo.
I'm not sure if they have it in like English. I hope they do.
Probably. QR code. QR code.
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah.
There you go. Scan, screenshot, and scan. All right. And okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they also have like a Instagram page with all those beautiful sushi and nigiri and sashimi and whatever. So yeah, this is my favorite one. It's not because they're special or whatever. It's literally because they're good. Like they make make good sushi.
If you check out Mercado's and Starsky's OnlyFans channel later, you'll get to see Mercado eating them off the back of Starsky.
Well, he sips Mountain Dew.
That's funny. Lots to look forward to, fellow babies. Keep watching.
Yeah, but it's a very, very niche OnlyFans. It's a very, very niche OnlyFans.
Sexual sushi with the boys, Andrew.
Speaking of something sexual, we got to go tour Viktor Yanukovych's house. And this place is insane. Like the way this man, and we couldn't go on one floor. And I kind of think I know why we couldn't go on one floor. And they had it sealed off and it was pitch dark because as soon as you go into this guy's house that he had, which Viktor Yanukovych, if anyone doesn't know, was the ex-president of Ukraine, got ousted because he's a Russian piece of shit. And he hoarded a bunch of things in this house. And it's like creepy elegant. Like he has this elegance and there's gold and amber everywhere. And he has his own, he had his own church in his house. His wife slept on the other side of the house from him, and he had a room for his mistress in there and everything. But it was so creepy. It's like, you know what the back rooms is? Have you heard of the back rooms at all? You've heard of them. Starsky knows. You have to go to get from like the business part of the area to get to his house. You have to go underneath this tunnel, and there's like blue lights in it, and it looks like you're in like a back room swimming pool area. Like it's like really creepy. And I was creeped out the entire time. I had a bad feeling in there. I don't know what it was, but it was just really, really creepy. But I felt like the way that some of the architecture he had in there, it was like he definitely had a sex dungeon. He had a sex dungeon, and actually that was why we couldn't go on like the third floor, I think it was. It was like out of bounds. We couldn't go there. It was dark. Because he had,
I have to say,
this facility is used by the National Guard of Ukraine currently. But it's like the dude actually had his garage with like tens of armored cars.
I didn't even get to see that. It's like
the dude had his own zoo with like deers, bears, whatever. The dude had his own kitchen, which. Not like kitchen in a restaurant or whatever. It was a whole lab that would test the food and shit. He had like those fridges with. Can you imagine yourself eating meat of a white bear, like polar bear?
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think either.
Like who even fucking does that?
The things he had were just like that. It's like that. That's what I'm talking about. It was creepy. Like he had one whole floor was just nothing but tanning beds and massage chairs in like one floor. So like that's where you start. And then by the time you're on the third floor, you're getting whipped and you probably being chained up. I'm telling you, It's creepy. And like you said, yeah, there's a zoo there. You have to probably spend a whole day there to see everything. We were there for like 3 hours and we just got through his house.
Wow.
But yeah, it's about the size of a national park in the US.
Yeah.
Like you actually have to rent scooters or bicycles to be able to get everywhere in there, because it's like you can walk, but you're going to be in there.
And by the way, the funniest thing I remember about this place is investigators found a lot of awards that Yanukovych received from Putin. And they liked to play this game of like Tsar and his subordinate vassal, you know, and they like it's all online. I'm not sure if it's in English, but it's definitely there in Ukrainian.
Sounds like a fetish thing that they had.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
For example, Yanukovych would send some kind of portrait of Putin to Putin, and he would write this letter saying, a portrait of His Majesty Vladimir, like ruler of Russian Empire, from his ally and friend, His Majesty Yanukovych. And he would receive the same answer, for example, some kind of medal with his face or something like that. Dude ruled Ukraine for quite a while. Dude thought that this is the way it will be forever, you know. Dude thought that he was building all this place just for himself and his mistress and her kids and his wife. But it's a different story. But yeah, yeah. But he thought that he will be ruling Ukraine forever, like Lukashenko, like Putin.
Yeah.
He thought he had it set up, and he didn't even. There's a salt room where you go in there. It's like a cave in this room. But it's like it's supposed to like be really good to breathe in it. Apparently, the house and the entire complex was filtered like a hospital. Like I saw the room. You go in there, and he had these giant filtration systems because he was so concerned of being poisoned. And so he had that. He had a flat screen TV in every single room. Every single one had a giant screen, plasma screen TV in there. He had his own movie theater in there. There was a dead crocodile skin on one of his tables. He had a plant made out of nothing but snake skins all the way around, so that every single snake skin was a snake at one point, and they were all dead. It's just things like that. And then it would be like creepy dungeon stuff in there, like not even on the floor we couldn't go to, but like the fourth floor was like marble, and it looked like a dungeon, and like there was torches and shit, and it's like really, really creepy. I was like, this is too much. But it's in the one area that was decent was his log cabin area, where it smells like you're in a log cabin, like Northwoods, Minnesota, like it's around from. That's what it smelled like. But it's hard to be like, this is nice, because he had $1 million chandelier right there, and then you go in, and then he's got his own private church in there, like I had mentioned, where the priest comes, and there's like this what's it called, like the photos on churches, the
icons,
the icons, and there's like Jesus at the top. It's like the Mary, and then it has his whole family lineage. Yanukovych, his family lineage is like if they're holy figures on this.
Dear God.
Yes, and it's insanity, and it's like and the whole room is just full of gold and amber, the whole thing.
Guys, you have to understand one thing. Putin is exactly the same. Lukashenko is exactly the same. Kim Chen, whatever, is exactly the same. The reason why all of them hate Ukraine is because we got rid of this motherfucker. We got rid of this son of a bitch. And they hate us for that, because they are exactly the same.
Right.
That's all.
And I guess that's why I want sex dungeon aside. That's how it led me into it. But I guess I wanted to share that because it put it into perspective for me walking through this house. I mean, I didn't even get to the parakeets. You know what I mean? He has parakeets. Like the whole house is full of them. Like it was like the things he had was just really. I mean, I'm kind of annoyed. Elton John had a signed piano in there.
Wow.
Elton John. Yeah, there's a sign.
He was on the third floor.
But it's like I doubt that Elton John even knows
Probably not.
who he is.
Yeah,
Because Like, you know, he maybe he's dedicated fan,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, you never know. Maybe with Elton John there, he was just looking for a queen. Ba-doom, boom. Just kidding.
So that was Yanukovych's house. I mean, they keep it nice. In some areas, one area they don't. Why do they keep it up and keep it going? Just to remind everyone, or
Because nowadays this whole area, which is the size of a little town,
it's like the size of a national park. It's
yeah.
huge.
So all this area is called the Museum of Corruption, and this is what we have.
That's why I wish I would have had him with me. I got, like, they did an okay job, but having like Starsky with me or someone else going through that would have been better.
Bro, first time I got there, first time I saw his private zoo,
Yeah.
I lost my ability to talk at all, because like it's like you're in the real zoo with like deers, horses, birds,
There's swans. They're just walking around, ducks, or like this, but it's insanity. It's insane.
That's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
like the X-Men. It's like the X-Men Academy type of like grounds in terms of like how elegant. Like they still keep the bush and shit. Like it's all manicured.
and it's like after that, Russian facts say Ukrainians did coup because they overthrew democratically elected president. Are you fucking serious?
What?
Absolutely insane. That's one of the messages. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why we have this place open and running for everybody, so everybody could go there and see why exactly we got rid of this motherfucker. Because this is like, you know, Russian style of management.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't like it here.
Yeah.
It was sick. It was not comfortable.
Crazy. Absolutely. We got to turn it over here to Dunk again, because I know we've got some shout outs to catch up on, and we do want to keep it to the hour today. So let's see what he's got here.
Yeah, sure, no problem. As usual, I click on it and it buggers off. Right, Jaguar sent in 10 quid. I need to set my alarm early for GMK. I think he means GMT to catch you guys, Andrew and Starsky.
No, Good Morning Kiev, he means. Or they mean.
Oh, yes. Good morning.
You guys, there won't be Good Morning Kiev again until at least Tuesday, because I leave early for the East tomorrow. Like we have to get up at like 5 in the morning. We leave Kiev at like 6 a.m.
Wow.
already.
Yeah.
So
That's
there won't
really.
won't be Good Morning Kiev again until Tuesday at least.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and friends, I might be wrong, but I think I saw Rick, the Ukrainian, here in the chat.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah, if you're here, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey.
Rick is going to be a guest too. I've already gotten back to him on that.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, he was waiting to be invited.
Yes.
I already responded. People messaged me like, he's just coming on. Like there's no need to ask. He
Yeah.
can just come. Actually, Rick the Ukrainian could just pull up and like, oh, come on, you know.
He's behind those curtains.
It's not because this is a tradition in Ukraine. It's only because he's such a nice guy, and everybody loves him.
Yeah, everybody else can fuck off, just him. Right, so Yvonne Way sends in 5 Swiss francs with a lemon character doing shoulders shimmy dance moves. Dick, there you go. That's your job. M2M, the guy who brought Starsky to this channel in the first place, sends in $5. Starsky's head is looking as shiny as ever. Good to see you and still fighting on. Slava Ukraine.
Keeps coming up, dude.
Well, you started it, poor guy. And David, no, sorry. Hey, MG.
That's me.
No, not you, David. Hey, MJ sends in nothing. It's just still apprentice. Thanks for joining the Shills stream tonight. Zong sends in $10. Prigozhin fell out of a plane instead of a window. Yes, he did. He fell very, very far out of a very, very high window. That Dev Bench Malomo has sent in 172 Canadian dollars for the Bird Fund.
Boom.
Well done. And we also have Aussie T has been relentlessly gifting in the background, and I don't know if I can even get through them all.
Here, I know what I can help here. Aussie T has gifted out 24 million Shills memberships. So we're still waiting on subscribers to fill the list. Tell your friends. Free subscription with every free membership with every. No, I can't say that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, we need more viewers just to fill Aussie T's relentless gifting of memberships.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go tell your grandparents to get to the show. Come on.
So I'll read out a quick few. Alexis Kiri, M. Doe, David Linton, Dennis Hill, Anita K, Aussie T. No, you can't be you. You've already done it, you turkey. Diane Brooks, Xavier Estrada, Don Minamali, and Rodent Ivanka, some word I can't even pronounce, Mark Machira, Chris Cuddy, Holly Oblation, and more. Mike Russell, Todd Mensa. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. And others.
And others.
Welcome, everybody.
In the chat, Vitaly, yeah. Hello, my good buddy. Nice to see you here.
Awesome. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, we're almost there. We've got just 8-10 minutes or whatever, right? So let's see. Couple quick questions from Dave from the forum. Dave, you know what? Fuck Dave. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Here, hold on. I got to do it to myself.
I'm gonna use that crash down when I have a leg.
That's 2
I'll
for
send
3.
it over.
Okay, we do have a question. I'm going to bring this back on track because we're going to talk about food again, Starsky. The real question is from Yahweh: is there an izakaya in Kyiv? Izakaya. It's the best Japanese atmosphere, apparently. Assume it's a sushi restaurant.
Oh, a sushi restaurant? No, I don't think so. This is the only sushi restaurant I know. Because he told me that's it.
We have different ones. I don't think we have that one, but we have different ones. It's just one among many.
Yeah, one of those traditional Ukrainian sushi restaurants that you normally. Did sushi come from Ukraine?
That's the most traditional Ukrainian sushi one. Yeah,
it's like curry coming from Scotland.
It was invented in Ukraine. Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. There was another question here from Jade Collins. Hello, member for a month. The Shills. What is the status of Kadyrov? Is he really in a coma?
We talked about that a little earlier. We went into that. Yeah.
That's all right then. I always ask because I'm not listening, just not paying attention. No, because sometimes they come through on the supers as well, and then it gets run through very quickly. So all good as long as it gets.
That just means they have to rewind the Shills stream and give it some extra views to go and find out what we said about it.
There you go. It's just a little secret.
Yeah.
See, again, this is why we invite the pros onto the stream. They know what they're doing.
When are they turning up?
I keep trying to invite some, but they never show up.
Now, this question doesn't really make sense to me. It says, it wasn't me as asking, there are rumors about fuel shortages in Russia. Do you know anything about that? Fuel shortages?
Yes, there were messages.
Really?
They appeared basically maybe several weeks ago. There are fuel shortages in Russia for real. There are shortages in Crimea, even though Crimea is not Russia, but still. But as for Russia, in several regions, there are shortages of diesel specifically. Diesel fuel and their prices for petroleum and LPG went up as well. Guys, ruble is still
it's worth less than a peso now.
Yeah.
Pesos are worth more than a ruble.
Yeah, it keeps being they pay one. So ruble is less than 10 cents.
Oh, it's a penny.
It's a penny.
It was less than a penny. It was a little less than a penny.
It's less than a penny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
For several months already.
Can you imagine the poor gangsters all over Russia kidnapping people, and they get 1 billion rubles, and they can go and buy a Coke? I'm not sure it's worth it. You know?
Yeah. But it was like that. I remember in 2015 when we were discussing this, one of experts said that in Russia, if the dollar costs more than 70 Russian rubles, it's already a disaster for their economy. And now it's like more than 100 rubles per dollar. It's like 110, 115, around that for already several months. We will see. We will see.
I must say, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say those evil capitalist denim jeans must cost a fortune now.
I got to take a pause too and give a shout, Dave, or Dick, rather. I don't know, whatever your name is.
What is it tonight?
Yeah, whatever it is tonight. Whatever you want. Jets115 in the chat, who's one of my community members, just gifted 100 memberships in your chat right now. 100.
What?
Yes, go look. I see 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 from Jets right now.
Oh my God.
That's pretty significant right there.
Is there anybody who works daily as an auctioneer to read out the new members for us? Because it's the only way.
Do we do that?
There we go. Just did it.
Let's just do a massive, huge thank you to Jets and welcome everybody in. Otherwise, that's just going to get out of hand. Dunk, I think why don't we give it to Dunk and let's just run through the last ones quick here. We're just coming up on an hour, and that way we should be good for, thank yous, goodbyes, and little tips and pieces of wisdom at the end.
Well, surely you don't want to read out all those new members, but we do have some new members who decided to become members by themselves without any help. Is Mr. Moonstick, is still apprentice, and also Duncon23. Duncon23. You taking the piss? All right, so there you go. That's all the news from the supers and everything. But yeah, plus all those amazing gifted memberships. Incredible night.
Yeah, there's the gifted memberships, Dunk 123 there, and Jets. I mean, the lists are massive. So huge thanks to everybody to just did this massive gifted membership thing. Wow, that was amazing. So let's see here. We're just hitting the hour, so why don't we, do last thoughts and see if there's anything we have to do and call it a done one. Dave, what do you think there?
Oh, you know what? It just runs through so quickly. I can't really remember anything that's going on at all throughout the entire show at the minute. But it's always lovely to have that.
Well, you see, what happened is Russia.
Still waiting for the show to start.
Yeah. I thought we were just hanging out. What?
Dave, just for you to catch up, Dave, what happened is Russia invaded Ukraine, which is a country on the left, and lots of bad things happened.
Dave's not here, man.
Which country was on the left? Was
Ukraine.
On the right?
Ukraine's on the left. Russia's on the right.
Ukraine's on the left. Russia's on the right. Okay.
Yeah, well, unless you're looking at it the wrong way up.
Or if you're looking at yourself backwards because you're watching your own webcam, then it really screws your head up. Dunk, what do you think?
I think it's been a great night, a crazy night. Great to see Mikado here, and great to see him doing some amazing work. Delivering trucks to Ukraine. Not having mine though. Get your hands off, and we'll see you all again soon. Yeah, and it just leaves me to say, kiss me goodnight, Captain Starsky.
I want to remind everybody that you really, really have to indulge yourself and drink every day. No, wrong show. Get on your local, state, and federal governments to make sure that they are properly supporting Ukraine, not just with alcoholic beverages, but actual support. Because as much as we can do together and united in this, by pushing our government, snail mail, email, whatever you're going to do, pick up a phone, even if it has a rotary dial, you'll figure it out. It really, really pushes to let the governments know that we, the people, want the support to be there. Then they have a stronger position to enact said support. So keep it up. Let's turn it over to what?
Well, we should also make sure that we have Mercado's channel listed in the chat for anybody to, because you might not have ever heard of him before. We've got to help out.
I didn't know
we've got to
who he
help
was.
out these struggling channels.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
I had no clue, man, but I was glad to meet you.
You found me on Krishatic. Come on in for a stream.
You found him off the street like his cat.
Yeah.
Stray just walked in. Yeah.
So and I did last minute get his name in the title, but we'll get everything fixed up proper there and whatnot. So your guys' shout out. Yeah. I got to shut up. Right.
So, we're giving our final thoughts. So I'll go ahead and then Starsky. Continue donating and supporting Ukraine in any way you can, or if you're not financially able to, for any of we have so many fundraisers through NAFO, the Boom Boom Fund, drones. Like, if you can't, the best way you can do it is just share these streams, engage with them, be a part of them, but also contact your local government authorities, tell them how much you support Ukraine and you want to see the victory, and you don't want to see no more, you want the aid to continue. You want any bill that's going to be passed that includes some aid to Ukraine needs to get through, because we have, in the United States especially, there's politicians that are pro-Russian, or through they're peaceniks, but in a sense they're pro-Russian because of that, and we don't want them to win and be able to start cutting aid to Ukraine, because that can't be good. So the Shills are going to have a NAFO truck coming up, so expect that. More NAFO convoys are coming. And then I'm personally going to have a lot more to come here while I'm in Kyiv. We're going to do a gaming stream, maybe a couple, because I'm here for 3 more weeks. I'm going to have content from the East, but that won't be for a couple weeks, or posted for a week or two. And then Good Morning Kyiv every day.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would like to traditionally say thank you for supporting my country. You are amazing people, and in 2022, we suddenly acquired millions of friends around the world. And I think it's, even despite the tragedy, but it's still a beautiful fact that we have so many friends now. And currently there are thousands of foreign volunteers in Ukraine, here on the ground. And we have half of representatives of the world here in Ukraine nowadays, which means that all the peaceniks and Russians who say Ukraine is a Nazi country can fuck themselves, because we have whole world here.
Yeah.
While Russia can only rely on Iran and North Korea, because they hate all the world. So thank you so much, guys. You are amazing, and we all appreciate what you're doing for Ukraine, for Ukrainian people. Thank you so much, because what you're doing is absolutely right.
Awesome. Quick shout out at the end here from Silver Earth with love and kisses, $35 into the direct donation fund. So awesome. Thank you very much. And on that note, we are ready to hit the button. Now, we've got something a little bit different as I hit the button. This is 12 Butchers. As soon as I hit this button, a cool tune is going to start, but I'm going to have to quickly mute our normal song because it's not muted, so there might be a 1-second kerfuffle. Hope you like this. See y'all very soon. Take care, everybody, and Slava Ukraini.
Slava Ukraine.
Slava Ukraine.
Oh,
Thank you,
sorry,
Mark.
everybody.
But I'm the one to wrestle back. It's